My personal interpretation of where DJ culture is with the onset of technology is that it's opened up the prosumer age. There came a time where if you're going into a club to hear a disc jockey, that disc jockey was a professional who's been doing it for a particular period of time, particular organizations or venues or whatever you may have in that capacity. Now, with the technology, if you own a club and you're tired of paying your headline DJ X amount of dollars, and then you go to a family barbecue on a weekend and your nephew has a little DJ set up in the back and he's playing the same songs, if you're a top 100 venue or a top 40 venue, and your nephew at the family barbecue is playing those same songs, kind of decent, maybe not technically as sound as the guy who you're paying the professional dollars to do it, at time, that club owner has to say, you know what? Why am I giving this guy $1,000? I can give my nephew 10 comps and a pitcher of soda, and I'm making out like a bandit. I really don't give a damn about the sequencing or the technicality. It's the same phenomenon that went on with the record labels when the whole Soulja Boy phenomenon came into play, and when Little John and all the down south guys were using their regional influence on labels, and all those labels were like, damn, why would I pay X amount of dollars for all these samples? This dude here sold gold in his neighborhood, punching 2 notes on a Triton with no samples. As a businessman, I gotta look at that for my bottom line. You know, it kind of drops par with regard to creativity to a degree. And I don't have no issue with that music or those people. I'm not passing judgment. It's not my opinion. This is a fact. This is what happened. So when you talk about what's happening with DJing, anybody and their mama can run up in a spot with a laptop and a Serato box or a Serato mixer and claim the job. You want to be police though, you got to go to the academy. You want to go to college, you got to take the SAT. You want to be in the military, you got to go to boot camp. There's no longer a firewall to professionalism in the DJ community. At the same time, the beautiful thing is preparation is king. The cream always rises to the top. In due time, the super popular guy that's playing the hot record that you hear all day on the radio before you pay 10 bucks to get in the club and hear it all night again, if his technical game or his creative game or his digital marketing game isn't up to par, in due time, he's gonna get run over. I don't buy into the idea that you used to have to dig, you used to have to. I don't buy into that. It's 2015, you still have to dig, whether it's digitally or analog. You still have to set a precedent for what is it about you that makes you different than everybody in your peer group. There's no new notes on the keyboard, man. It's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That is it. We all have the opportunity at any given time to be extremely creative with that little space of notation. What is it about your game that stands out? That's the real question mark. I don't give a damn if you're playing it on a banjo, Serato, Tractor, 45, 12-inch album. It means nothing to me if it's funky. If the jock does not seem as though they're intimate with their machines, then the skirt is already lifted up. That's gonna go away. You know, what's real sticks, what's not doesn't. And I think that that fact stands strong with regard to DJ culture and analog versus digital mindset and new school DJs versus the old school DJs. Some of the old school DJs don't practice no more. That's why they get bypassed. Some of the new school DJs don't practice no more, but they got a look and they got a great online presence and a cluster of people around them that help them big up this brand. Or, you know, you hear these young guys saying, movement, my movement. Everything's a movement now. I think that those dynamics all come into play as for what's gonna make you stick or not as a working class jock. And everybody got a plan until they get hit.
Like, if you get a hit song, you think you're gonna be singing 50 different songs in one night? No, they wanna hear that same one song you gotta hit up.
I think music should offer that to young people, a perspective that they may not even be looking at.
It can't take just one person to keep the West Coast at the forefront. If I'm the shining light, you know, that can branch that off, then so be it. I'm gonna do just that.
You're not gonna say nothing back to the, and then it's just like, yo, give me a session. Like, I'm gonna diss him, and I'm gonna tell everybody that I feel dissed.